Good morning, beloveds. I'm wearing my workout clothes. Yes, I did go for a walk in the freezing weather. I think it said it was 20, the app said it was 27 with a feels like of 15. And yes, I went for a walk. So, we just bundled up and layered up really good to make sure that we stayed warm. And I think I walked a little faster because it was cold. So it's good. I have a dog water dish or a pet water dish, a plastic water dish that we keep outside. We try and keep it full, especially during the heat of the summer for like the squirrels and the birds and what have you. And it's almost frozen solid. And considering it might hit 33 today, and then it's going to drop back into the 20s tonight, or drop into the 20s tonight again, low 20s. We'll see. It'll probably be frozen solid tomorrow. Okay. It is January 15th. It is Martin Luther King Day, by the way. Mostly over the cold. I just have that, that edge that you can't get rid of. So, January 15th, When Ye Pray. Our author is Elizabeth Towne, and this was published in the Washington Newsletter in March of 1917. So, whether kneeling down to God is necessary or not depends on the kneeler. As you think in your heart, so it is. The attitude of kneeling means submission, and it comes from the time when kings struck down their enemies in front of them, and the enemy crouched and begged for their life. I see no reason for crouching before God, nor do I see any reason for begging from God that which God already knows is within me. Therefore, when I pray, I choose my position, which affords me a sense of freedom from the consciousness of the body. That's it. And I think it's really interesting. I grew up Catholic. I grew up with wooden kneelers. I guess it's a little bit of that they would give you kneelers so you didn't have to kneel on the stone floor. And by the time I was not regularly going any longer, they had padded the kneelers. The kneelers were padded. Now, when I was in high school, we went to what they called a missionary Catholic church because it was in Baptist territory. I went to a Catholic church for, I think, 3 or 4 years while I was in high school. The next town over, actually, not the town, because we tried the Catholic church in the town we were, and we weren't welcome. It was interesting. We were military, so, our attitudes are a little different. And so we started going to this missionary Catholic church, and we had folding chairs. We didn't have kneelers. And I don't remember ever having to kneel in that church. So when it comes to prayer, New Thought teaches a different attitude than a different attitude in prayer. We call it treatment, but we also call it prayer. We call it affirmative prayer. We are not going to God begging and pleading. What we are doing is we are going to God and stating as if in the present tense. These are our wants, these are our needs, but we are stating them as if we already have them because Jesus said that. Pray as if you already have it. Okay? It's a quote. I'm not Reverend Arthur. I can't give you the verse in the chapter, but it is a quote from Jesus. Pray as if you already have it. Come here, baby. I'm sorry, talking to the cat. Every time I cough, he startles and runs away. So and so we pray affirmatively as if we already have it. And why do we pray in the first place? If God already knows what we need, because that's what you said. God already knows what we need. God already knows what we want. The prayer is to simply state our willingness to accept it. Because until we're willing to accept it, then, where are we? And so I appreciate what she said. It's like, choose a position where you are not conscious of the body. and I find that really interesting, because when you are on your knees, you are conscious of the body, because there's the pressure on your knees. I went to a Russian Orthodox. No, it was not Russian Orthodox. It was Eastern Orthodox. It may have been Greek. Greek Orthodox. They prayed a lot in Armenian, so that was really interesting. You stood the entire time, and or almost the entire time. Well, trust me, standing will make you very conscious of your body. So when you are doing treatment, you want to put yourself in a position where you're comfortable, so you can forget your body while you are doing the treatment, unless maybe what you're treating about is the body. I mean, I have every reason to treat about the body. So, that being said, wow. I just got that edge of congestion that I can't quite kick right there. It's about to cost me my voice. So be very conscious of your body. If you are conscious of your body while you're doing treatment, then you may not be as fully into the treatment as you might be. But you don't want to be so comfortable that you fall asleep while you do a treatment. Or maybe you do. I mean, there's no reason why you can't fall asleep doing a treatment. Reverend Marshall would say that if you did that, if you fell asleep while you were doing a meditation, it was called a napitation. And it just means that your body needed the nap more than it needed meditation. So it's all good. But she's making two points here. One, we don't beg and we don't plead. We don't come to God in a crouching, begging way. We are not coming to God to plead for our lives, because God has already given us this gift of life. And so why would we come to beg God for our life? It's a gift that has already been given. And then why not, when you are going to pray, when you're going to do treatment, whatever word you want to use, affirmation, why not put yourself in a position where you are comfortable enough to forget your body, so that you can get more fully into your prayer, more fully into your conversation with God. What we call meditation is listening to God. What we call treatment or prayer is talking to God. So if we are going to talk to God, why wouldn't we want to do it from a position of comfort? God doesn't want us to be uncomfortable. Why would we come to God in a position of discomfort to pray? That is New Thought's attitude. That is my attitude. You may have a different attitude. If praying on your knees works for you, I'm certainly not going to take it away from you. All I'm saying is it's not the only way, and if you don't want to, you don't have to. Okay? You want to have that conversation with God on a regular basis. You don't have to do it in discomfort. God wouldn't want that. God gets nothing out of you being uncomfortable. God gets nothing out of you being unhappy, other than the experience of you being unhappy. And we don't believe, based on our observations of, how long we've been alive, that's not what God wants. God doesn't want us to be unhappy. God doesn't want us to be uncomfortable. The body is amazing at healing itself. That right there should be a clue. Okay, so the mission today, should we choose to accept it, experiment with different positions when you treat, when you pray. See where it is in your body that you find optimal. Do you want to be aware of your body? Do you not want to be aware of your body? What position is the most comfortable for you to do a really good prayer? Try it. Try a couple of different ones. Extend it out for the week. Try different positions that you pray in. I like to pray standing up, but I've gotten into that habit from doing the closing treatment at the center. So I'm pretty, and I've also been taught, when you speak, to you're going to speak more clearly and with more power when you're standing up. Okay, which I'm not standing right now. I'm sitting down. So I also treat from this position. I have treated from laying down. I have treated in the park while I'm running. You know, I've tried a bunch of different ways. And depending on the situation, I know what works for me. So, I really need some water. Okay. I need to wrap this up. You have your mission. The other mission is to do something loving for yourself, do something kind for yourself, do something compassionate for yourself. Whatever that looks like for you, be it one thing, be it three things, be it all the things. In the end, that's the goal. To make everything that you do loving, kind, and compassionate, both for yourself and for anybody else that you might happen to serve. It is a spiritual practice of self-care. And self-care is a spiritual practice. I give you a couple of jumping off points. My favorite one, take a deep breath before you speak, especially to yourself. Okay? I also like to say, take a walk, take a nap, take a break. Take a walk. Go get the blood moving in your body. Get your body moving. Sometimes that's when our best ideas come to us, when our body is moving. When we give the body something else to do, then we can, use the spiritual part of our mind. Take a nap. None of us get enough rest. It's just the way of the world right now. So when you can get a little extra rest, take it. Take a break. Sometimes especially when we get stuck on something, if we go do something else and let that other thing rest, the solution will naturally arise. Try it, okay? I also want to remind you that I tend to say eat dessert first. Yeah, sure, eat dessert first. I believe chocolate is the first step to fixing just about anything. But I also want to remind you, it means don't save the good stuff. It means that we don't know, we don't know how long we've got. Why not use the good stuff now? Why save it for a special occasion? Let's make the occasion special instead of saving it for a special occasion. And then joy. Joy is a quality of God, therefore joy is a quality of you. No matter what is going on in the world, you still deserve joy. Please make room for joy in your life. All right. Hang on. The rest of the suggestions are basic self-care. Do something to engage your mind and your body, whatever that looks like for you. Drink plenty of water. Hydration is super important. I forgot my water today and I'm suffering for it. Can you tell? So your brain works better, your body works better, your skin looks better when you're well hydrated. Drink plenty of water. And then, what was the other one? Well, I would say early in your day, bright light, but it is like dreary and gray out there. I don't think we're going to see the sun for a couple of days, which is the other reason why it's literally freezing out there. We're not used to this kind of weather. Can you tell? It happens. We're having our week of winter, in 3 days. Although it's supposed to be it's not going to get out of the 40s next week from what I understand. Although it could be in the 60s on Tuesday. Who knows? I'm sorry about that. So artificial. I'm leaning into the artificial light today for sure for the to get that early in my day bright light. All right. And then I'm going to use my Ernest Holmes quote. Open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you. You do live in heaven. Right here, right now. It's all around us all the time. What does that mean? Two things. It's all God. It's all God. Everywhere you look, it's all God. We're all made from the same substance. We are electrons dancing. That is what we are. It's all God substance. It also means that heaven is not a place that we have to get to. As one of our authors last week said, she was quoting Ernest Holmes, heaven is not a locality. Okay? It is not a place we have to get to. It's a state of mind. It is a state of consciousness. Just like hell. Hell is a state of mind. It is a state of consciousness. We can create either. Why wouldn't we choose to create heaven? Then the cool thing is that any place we are can become heaven. And then it goes from a state of grace to a superpower. All right? You know those people in your life that walk around in heaven all the time. If not all the time, a good bit of it. That's my inspiration. I want to be like that. As much as I can. I want to walk around in that heavenly mindset. So, All right. And the best way to do that is to take Emma Curtis Hopkins' advice. Look for the good and praise it. Look for the good and praise it. You can't get any better than that. Gratitude will get you everywhere. So it is a great place to start. And it's just another way of saying counting your blessings. And I like to start with the small ones. Count all the little goods in your life. Is your water running? Is your heat running? Heat's a big thing right now. It might be a big good right now. You know, is there food in your refrigerator? Start there. Start there. And then count up to the big ones. All right. I want to stop doing that, so I need to wrap this up. I'm at the social media part. We are Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark. I'm the Running Rev Ryan on the social media, the Running Rev Ryan on the social medias that I am on. Please feel free to go follow us on those, both me and the center. And if you want to know what's going on with the center, email info@creativelife.org. That will get you on the constant contact. Okay, one email a week because it's a real person doing it. All right. And the hot links are hot. If it says click here now, it'll take you right to the information you want or to the person that can help you get it. Okay. I'm at the part where I get to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonderful day, an awesome day, an amazing day, a wear layers day, a take care of yourself day, a drink plenty of warm fluids today, a I packed my teacup day, a get done what you need to do day, a take care of yourself day, a rest day if you get to do that, tell somebody you love them day, a loving day, a kind day, a compassionate day, a be aware of your body when you pray day, your prayer position maybe, a good day, and if that is too much pressure, simply have a day. You are enough, just as you are. You are a beloved child of God, in whom God is well pleased and well represented. Always. All right, beloveds. Yep. I am going to move into the process of my day. But I am going to, I skipped out on you're a beloved child of God. You are a brilliant light. You are a divine spark. You are a spirit in motion. You are God in action, or as Reverend Jesse likes to call us, you are a godling. All right. Get to know the truth of your being. If you have time to do that today, if you happen to have Martin Luther King Day off, peel back some layers about who you are. Get to know who God knows you to be. Because I can promise you one thing. The person God knows you to be is good. That's the person you want to get to know. Peel back every other layer and just, discard them at will. Okay. I do need to get ready for work. So I'm going to remind you that Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. with you. I'll be back with you around 9 a.m. Take care of yourself. Know that you are loved, and I will see you next time.